skip it up and that up. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Rich of Review Tech USA, and this is why you never become a male escort. The game you are looking at right now is the PC version of Deus Ex Human Revolution. If you have a gaming PC, Steam is offering the entire Deus Ex collection for $14.99. So if you were like me and on the fence about Deus Ex Human Revolution, this is your chance to pick it up and not have it hit your wallet too hard. Just keep in mind the deal ends tomorrow, June 25th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Alright boys and girls, you ready for some exciting news from Nintendo? Are you? Well, I got some for you. They're releasing a 3DS XL. Yay! The body of the new 3DS will be 46% larger, measuring 93 by 156 by 22 millimeters, and will feature 90% larger screens. The system's battery life will also be longer than its predecessor, with the device lasting between 3.5 to 6.5 hours while running 3DS software. If the device is running DS games, Nintendo announced that it will run 6 to 10 hours. The 3DS XL will be released in Japan on July 28th this year in white, red and black, and silver and black color variants. The North American version will be out on August 19th and will come in blue and red color variants. The 3DS XL will also come with a bigger SD card. Japanese consumers will pay 18,900 yen for the device in Japan, while North American gamers will pay $199 for the larger 3DS console. Alright, you got the bigger screens, you got the slightly better battery life, you have the super cool colors, but something's just missing. What's missing from the 3DS XL? I can't place my small wiener on it. What's going on here? Oh, it's missing the second analog stick. Nintendo, this is the most disastrous, pointless, unnecessary, ass-backwards hardware revision I've ever seen. You barely address the battery life. The bigger screens, okay, I'm neither here or there on it. If you want bigger screens, you don't mind carrying around a bigger console, more power to you. They could be beneficial. The colors and the bigger SD card, I could care less about. It's a 4GB SD card, whoop-de-doo. But what just floors me about the 3DS XL is that you didn't add the second analog stick, the most glaring flaw with the original 3DS. You just ignored it and didn't correct it, so now you have a bigger portable console that you're going to have to add on an even bigger piece of plastic to add a second analog stick to it. What were you thinking? Like, just imagine sitting in on a Nintendo board meeting and they're saying, okay, we're going to come out with a revision to the 3DS. We're going to make it bigger, give it better screens, better battery life. And oh yeah, the whole analog debacle where you had to add on this tumor-looking piece of plastic to the 3DS. Yeah, we're not going to resolve that with the 3DS XL. We're just going to ignore it, make it like it never happened. And yeah, we'll just make an even bigger piece of plastic they have to add on. I don't even have words. Like, I'm stuttering right now because I'm just so lost that something that is so common sense that should have been addressed was just totally overlooked. It's just, this thing is totally unnecessary, dude. Who wants the bigger console? Besides younger children, who wanted a bigger 3DS? Someone please tell me? Look, before all the white Nintendo knights get on their horses and defend Nintendo and say, Rich, all you do is attack them, how many videos have I made defending the Wii U, saying that the hardware is going to be more powerful than current gen, blasting the BS rumors that websites were coming out with about the Wii U? I just tell it like it is, and this 3DS XL is a piece of garbage. Nintendo, you need to wake up, you need to fire some people, you need to get a grasp on reality again. The 3DS XL and it lacking a second analog stick just shows how much Nintendo is out of touch with the consumer. I really think that Nintendo of Japan still thinks it's like 1994 and the Game Boy is still king, and that they could release whatever hardware they want to and consumers will just eat it up. I really think Nintendo is still in that state of mind. This, to me, was even a bigger fail than E3 2012 was for Nintendo. They had a chance to resolve all the issues the 3DS had with the 3DS XL revision, and instead they ignored them, and now the problems are even worse. Now, because the 3DS XL doesn't have a second analog stick built in, you're going to have an even bigger Circle Pad Pro accessory for the 3DS XL. It's going to look ridiculous. Nintendo, I don't know what to say. Adding a second analog stick to the 3DS XL should have been common sense, and I guess people that work at Nintendo lack common sense because It was such a simple, obvious revision that was necessary, and you still overlooked it. That's scary, man. It shows really how dangerously out of touch Nintendo is, and when I see stuff like this, I fear for Nintendo's future. I really do. So what's your take on this, ladies and gentlemen? Are you as shocked as I am that they didn't incorporate a second analog stick into the 3DS XL? Do you think it's not a big deal that they didn't include the second analog stick with the new hardware revision? And most importantly, do you have any interest in purchasing the 3DS XL? Let me know what you think about this. Anyway, folks, make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And if you have an interesting news story you would like me to discuss, private message me with a link to the article on either G2PO or YouTube, and if I use your news story, I will give you a shout out in the video and feature your YouTube channel in the description.